Hi guys, this is ArchieLuxury, and today I'm starting a new stream called Tingler Talks. That's right, we'll get the Tingler on and we can talk to our favorite Tingler. We like the Tingler. Just copying some device. It's fine, it's all set up beautifully. Let's get the Tingler on here now. Tingler Talks. What do you think, guys? Tingler Talks. We'll give this a shot. We get the Tingler on. We can talk. He wants to have a bit of a chat. I am live now, waiting for the Tingler. There we go. Let's see if we can get Tingler to talk to us. So, guys, what's going on? Well, I had a really good stream today. We had great. Oh, what do we got here? I think I've got a Tingler in the chat. Hello, Mr. Tingler. How are you?
Hey, Arch, how's it going?
Bad, Tingler. What's going on? Talk to me.
No, I had got some overwhelming requests from the punters for you to come up with an impromptu live stream. So I thought
that's okay. We'll come and I just came back from the city. There's a bit of traffic, unfortunately, but I'm back. Oh, my son went to a mathematics camp and they just had a presentation this afternoon. And
that's good.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. He loves that sort of stuff.
I assumed he learned the maths from his mom, not from.
Oh, definitely, maths from his mum. There, exactly. That's exactly it. The Tingler.
No point. You know what's sad is that there's only 5 people watching right now. I don't know, like where can we boost up the viewers, because it's kind of an awkward time, I admit. Like maybe not in Australia, but in North America it's kind of late for most people.
What time is it now in North America? Where are you? Where are you
at
the moment?
I'm in Chicago, and it's just after midnight.
Okay, that's okay. We have a little bit of a chat for a while. We'll just chat as long as the Tingler wants to talk. Tingler Talks.
My super chat has been re-enabled, so maybe we should do a Archie Eats stream.
Archie Eats stream. Yes, that's actually I've just had lunch this afternoon.
Oh, come on, Archie. You can do something else.
And I just no, it's
what I wanted to talk to you about, what the punters wanted you to talk about was I met some punters who really look to you for life advice. And they wanted to know, what should a young Australian man looking for love in Asia, what should they do? I mean, in
don't go. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. It's
you used to give great advice on topics like this, but
yes. Yeah, I honestly, I got to tell you, man, it's a different world we're in now, Tingler. The world is different, but you know, I got to tell you, there's many advices I like to give there for the Tingler. It's I'll just tell Bear I'm just on with Tingler.
I think Bear might be sleeping.
Tingler. Gin Tingler. JJ and Curly are on now. That's on the dungeon. They're on the dungeon.
Are they still live?
I think they might be, because you just said to me, "Hey Arch, can you just start a stream?" I thought, okay, let's plug it in and we'll see what happens there.
Hey, I don't want this stream to be for nothing, so let me put in a little thing and a topic for the show. So Arch, just while we're waiting, why don't
Yes,
you tell the
sir.
viewers about your KL trip that you've planned? What date?
Actually, I got to be honest with you there. I've just had some bills come in. I got to get some stuff. I think it might be best just to leave it for a little bit.
Oh, come on. Well, this is a perfect occasion to fundraise. How much
Yeah.
do the punters need to raise for you to get Archie to KL and tear it out
Oh.
in Bukit Bintang and
You know,
other good
I
places?
loved KL's a lovely place to go. KL is really special. I got nothing against KL. You've been to KL a number of times yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, no, it's a great, and what you would like, or actually what everyone likes,
Mm-hmm.
is that it's still it's actually cheaper than Bangkok now, but
Yes, it is.
the
It is
city
cheaper.
itself feels a bit more organized, a bit less dirty, fewer sexpats walking around, and,
Yeah.
you kind of get the vibe that, you know, for me at least, I like going to places where I can have a good time, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously it helps if it's cheaper to do that. But you know, I don't want to go where I feel like it's just abject poverty everywhere, and KL is not that for sure.
Yeah, KL's got a lot of potential. I love KL. It's such a cool place. And the thing about KL, I like the vibe. It's got a really upmarket vibe, but the prices aren't ridiculous. It's got a great vibe. It's really, really. I'm a huge KL sort of person, and yeah, no, I love KL. KL is my sort of place.
Yeah.
It's here we go. Vintigny, $50. Look at that. We like a $50 super chat. Topic for the show: either Archie eats the sloppiest thing possible, or Archie gives advice to young men. Yes. So tell me this, Vintigny. You can't sleep at the moment. What's happening? Tell me what's going on.
No, I can't. Well, I do have a lot of problems.
What problems do you have?
A lot of problems that we don't have time to list it. We would need like a 5 hour
Sure.
live stream just on its own to list all the problems.
Oh
Um,
no. What's
but
gone
no,
wrong?
not. It's you know, just um, life. You know, it's. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing ever, but you know, we have our ups and downs.
You're not in love with somebody, are you?
No, it might be the opposite of that.
Oh, you're separating.
Not
That's
legally.
okay.
Um,
No, that's okay. That's okay. You got to do what makes you happy. There's no point if you don't want somebody. It's foolish to stay if you don't happy to be there, isn't it?
well,
You know?
I think that's definitely true. No, Arch, you know, whatever you've said on the channel over the years has been more often true than not. So you
That's
did
great to hear.
the one thing.
No, that's
So,
really good to hear that.
so I think most of the regulars are asleep by now. Tan's probably
Yes, we've got 20 people on, but that's
Yeah.
okay. We look. I'll give you half an hour. We'll go on for half an hour. We'll just have a chat or an hour, whatever you want. There,
So
you know, I
yeah,
don't mind that. I don't mind. It's a lot of fun. You know what? It's I've had a rough year myself. You know that, Sorry,
well,
Vin.
I mean,
No.
the last little bit of the last year was really tough.
Disaster.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I've kind of I kind of resigned myself. Look, at least I've got my health. I'm actually, you know, I'm healthy. I can do things. Maybe I got to just, you know, in life sometimes we're thrown curveballs, and it's how we react to it, you know?
Yeah.
And one thing I tell you that I found is very precious is the people you're with, the people who
Yeah.
are in your life. And that can be more important than anything. The
So who are
Archie,
the people in your life who kind of helped you through the last year?
look, I would have to say some of the people who have helped me the most. You've got the Bear. Bear's been very, very good for me. Tan Zeal, your mate Tan, he's been. I don't know why he's so nice to me. You know that I don't know why. I'm a bit of a loss as to why.
He respects you for your candid opinions and your influence on the community.
He's a lovely guy. Tan is lovely. Look, I think myself, it's one of these things here. You just got to look at the good, the bad. Did you like my new series, Archie Eats? By the way, what did you think of that?
I think it's absolutely brilliant because as
You
I've
did?
said, as you've said,
Yeah.
you can't trust a skinny person's opinion on food. They just don't
No.
have the experience to talk about the subject. And I think, well, I mean, first of all, I think one, it's a topic that kind of reaches a new audience. I think there is potential there. I mean, you're talking about these places to eat in. Well, the thing about watches is that not everyone cares about watches or owns a watch or has any interest in owning one in the future. But with food, I mean, we all have to eat, and I think we would rather eat well rather than eat poorly. So, I mean, what you're doing
Yeah.
here, it's a real public service, and I think you should expand it. You know, whenever
Yeah.
you go on travels, you should make an Archie Eats video. You should go up to Darwin and sample the good
Yes.
food up there.
Yes.
I mean, like, there's so many possibilities. I've always, for me, maybe it's just because of my personal preference, I've really enjoyed the videos you've made, like on the hotel reviews, whether you're staying at the Mira in Hong Kong or at the Ibis
Oh,
Budget,
you like them? You like
Melbourne
them?
CBD.
Are you
And
joking? You really like that shit?
oh yeah, no, I love it because it's so you, and it's
Yeah.
something you
Okay.
don't see. You know, there's a million different wankers making fucking watch videos, but you're the only one
Yes.
who makes like the watch videos and the kind of expose lifestyle vlogs of your fortunate and sometimes unfortunate travels, which is, I think, is hilarious.
Yes.
And great.
I got a little surprise for you because you've been so generous with the super chats. And you're talking sloppiest thing. I've got some sloppy things coming for you now.
Oh yeah,
You know that? Is that what you'd like? Some sloppy things?
I think that's what the cameras are.
Have a look at this. You got to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Where
You
were
got to
those
unmute
from?
yourself. Sorry, just unmute yourself when I press the clip because it automatically mutes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll just try. How about this one here? Look at that, Tingler. Singapore noodles today.
Where were you, Arch?
It was in the city.
In the city in Brisbane.
Yes, Brisbane. Yes. What did you think?
Any recommendation for someone who's looking for?
Actually, they were both good. These were very good noodles, Tingler. Unmute. Very good noodles, Tingler.
They look good. That's the box I see right there.
What did you think?
Yeah, I saw some Laksa at the end.
AXA and
Looks good.
yeah, the Tingler. That's the way we roll with the punches here. Yeah, so I'm trying to keep the Archie eats going. That's a good, I'm just trying a few different things at the moment. How are things in your world? Tell me this. Are they okay? Are you happy? Are you happy, Tingler?
I'm happy to be here with you. I beyond that, I'm not sure, but it's kind of same old, same old. Um, it's like everyone, ups and downs.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. It can. Life is like that. It does have its ups and downs, my friend. You are right. And the Tingler.
So you know what I'm doing?
These are my new trendy footwear. I wear Etheries.
So you smell your own shoes as well, not just the lady shoes.
These are Etheries.
So Archie, I'm actually planning. After.
By the way, the ladies' shoes I had were stolen. That was in the burglary. They were taken away. Those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful luxury pairs were taken.
It's very interesting how they took the shoes but left the books.
I know. They left some books. They took. Oh, actually, yeah, they didn't. I don't think they really knew which books were expensive. Books are heavy. Books are heavy. They slow you down. But look, I got to tell you seriously, it's been a tricky time. This. I'll be honest with you. Mentally, it has been a tricky time, Tingler. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Well, life isn't easy, and but you're. I was joking with Ron the Shrink the other day that within a couple months, an unemployed man has built a collection better than either of ours. Within a couple months. So I mean, things are
unfortunately it's no longer there. We've got a $2 super fat chat from Dumb Fike. $2. Arch is 5226G durable enough to daily with 18K case, 18 karat gold. The 5226.
We had that up on the
steel, isn't it? It's a steel watch.
No,
sorry, it's white gold. Sorry, because they do. That's the Pilot Calatrava. Look, you know what? Seriously, I don't think even the steel Pateks are really daily. If you want a daily, you have to get a Rolex. Sorry, there's many brands that honestly cannot do a daily. And I would say Rolex is your best daily. The Patek, white gold. Look, you can daily it if you're very, 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 very careful. But I really think daily. That's the reason I always come back to Rolex. Always come back to Rolex.
Well, I mean, I think that's why a lot of people kind of revert to
come back to Rolex.
It's just maybe they're not the most special in terms of design or certainly not movements, but when you want something dependable that keeps great time, that just works,
it's durable, just lasts and lasts and lasts. You can't go past Rolex. That's what I tend to think there.
So Arch, I'm thinking about making a
Bear says say hello, say hi to him, please. That's from Bear.
Oh,
there. Oh shit,
hi
he's
there.
going to. I'll just double check that. What is Canadian time? Just double check. Oh, it's 1 a.m. Fuck, it is very late.
Well,
See, how
there's
many,
like many time zones in Canada, but yeah.
how many, how many hours sleep do you like to have?
That depends. How much I would like to have, how much I would get are not always the
Hmm.
same. But yeah, I mean, it's Thursday night. I don't have to do anything till probably like 10 tomorrow morning. So, it doesn't really matter for me.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta say, with the watches themselves, there, I love them. I love the watches. Um, the only thing is, of course, is that with the watches themselves, there, they they bring a lot of joy to me. The watches do, but when you lose these things, they also bring a lot of fucking misery. So sometimes I look at these possessions and I really wonder, is it worth it? Is it real? Maybe the answer is to have a nice small collection, a nice small
Mm.
collection, which is just going to suit you. It's just going to be beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've always thought that you should think about that, Arch, is that you have the watch, you know, you
Yes,
have the
sir.
watches, and then you can
Yes.
enjoy them, and then you can enjoy other things as well. And isn't that really the definition of luxury? Is not the price tag of the product that you own, but the
Yes.
mentality and the lifestyle of being able to enjoy your life and kind of have
Mm,
cost be secondary. I know that this is a value for money channel, and certainly there are value for money in the world of
mm,
luxury as well. But
mm.
like to be able to enjoy yourself, it's a mentality, not a ledger of physical, tangible goods.
Yes, that's exactly it there. It's yeah, it very, very, very good point. Very good point. Um Look, the big problem is with luxury goods is that they are very expensive to buy. And the value proposition's always been really important to me. I like free luxury. Just to be able to have luxury to savor and enjoy is important to me. So yeah, that's very, very true there. Um Luxury goods. You know what? I'm starting to not really crave the luxury. After I've had the burglary, I'm thinking, you know what do you really want? I got the bluesy. That was something I
Mhm.
really wanted, but I'm actually thinking of maybe doing a little bit of downsizing.
Yeah, well,
We'll
that
just
makes
see.
sense.
I don't know if I want to have to worry too much about this sort of stuff. Um, yeah, I'll give it a think. But I got to tell you seriously, I don't think happiness is the more material goods. That doesn't. You like nice travel. You do a lot of travel for work. Nice hotels, nice food, nice whiskey. Um,
But I think appreciating, I guess, fine things is not. I don't think it should define your life.
no, no, it's kind of like a something to add on there.
Yeah.
I'm starting to lose interest. I don't know why. I just feel vulnerable with them. Vulnerable. I'm starting to lose less. I don't know. It's a strange, strange sort of feeling there. And yeah, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Uh, Arch, you should hang out with Michael Clark in Noosa. No
Michael Clark,
worries.
the cricketer.
Cricketer. I was gonna. Is he hang out in Noosa? I don't really have any
He's the
contacts to him.
former Australian
Australian
cricket
captain.
Yeah.
Yes, he was indeed.
Is Australia even playing right now? I don't think so. Honestly, as much of a cricket fan as I am, I haven't really paid too much attention in the past couple of years. Other than
Yes.
the matches that I watched in England.
Yes. No, I know exactly what you mean there.
Did you go to Lord's when you were in England?
I gotta say, I was doing some videos today on car care. Are you into car care?
I'm not really into cars, so I can't say I'm into car care.
Because you got a Mercedes Benz. You got a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah, but it has. I don't really care about it. Well, I mean, not that I don't care about it, but I just
you don't love it like I do.
Yeah, it's just a mode of transportation.
Yes. No, I can understand that.
You know what I did drive the other day that was actually really nice. So I was in Canada in Whistler in Vancouver, and
yes,
I rented an Audi A6, and that was
nice car.
That
was a quattro version.
Yeah. And it was pretty nice, and like it was black. It looked great, and the black A6 in the dark looks fantastic. I will say, like, it does feel like what you would expect an executive saloon to feel like, in that it's kind of boring. It's not gonna
woo you,
part of you, but I mean, as a car, as a daily, I mean, I think I might rather have that than C class.
Is Audi cheaper than Benz, or are they?
I think they're very similar price, maybe a little bit. Like, when I say a little bit, I mean like $1,000 or $2 cheaper. Comparing apples to apples. The only problem is that certainly the smaller Audis, like even the A6, but most of the Audis are based off of front-wheel drive platforms.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Whereas the Mercedes, even if they're four-wheel drive, are based off of rear-wheel drive platforms. Until you go down to like the CLA and the A class.
Yes.
And I feel that the driving dynamic, like with a rear-wheel drive based platform, I feel that it's very like the steering is kind of very point and shootish, whereas the front-wheel drive ones. Well, the funny thing is that the A6 actually almost drove itself, because the lane departure and other sensors, like when you're making a turn on the highway, it just basically turns itself. Like you don't even have to time anything or even turn the wheel. It'll just go. So that's kind of cool. It's safe and it's good for kind of cruising on the highway, but it's also kind of soulless, and you're basically just a passenger.
I like a rear wheel drive, like your Benz would be a rear wheel drive bias,
Yeah, I've thought of getting an E class. I think that would be. I think that's my kind of car, and like an E class. I don't want fast. I just want comfortable.
Chris, $3.50. What happened to Archie MGTOW channel? Yeah, it's those sort of things YouTube became very woke. You've got to be a bit careful about that sort of stuff. So that's the reason I
Well, the ArchieLuxury corporate live stream channel started out as the ArchieLuxury corporate channel.
Yes.
Where you came on wearing suit and tie, and it was
Yeah,
what happened to
that's
that?
right. Oh, it's just how it goes. You know, you lose faith quickly. You've got to change with the times. The live streaming seems, I just can't believe this live streaming has gone ballistic. Can you believe it, really, or not? You can believe it.
You mean like in general across YouTube? Well, you know, I was looking at some stats a couple months ago, and you are one of the top recipients on YouTube, like top 100, top 200 for
For what?
super chats received. So you are in the very upper echelons of the YouTube super chat receiving.
Where was that? Where was that on? What
I don't remember
software?
where it was. I'll text you the link to where it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where that was. Where was that?
I mean,
Jeez.
well, I mean, you
That
are.
wasn't the Playboard, was it? Wasn't Playboard, was it?
No, I don't think so.
This was on YouTube?
No, not on YouTube. It was a third-party site, but measuring streamers on YouTube.
Okay, wow. That's amazing. It's
I mean, not everyone has the volume of super patrons like Tanzil or others who've been supporting
yeah.
you for the past several years.
Yes, I see what you're saying. It's I don't understand it, but that it doesn't really have anything to do with I don't understand this, how YouTube works. Do you? Do you get this, or
No, maybe you should be talking to one of the rodents to
yeah.
well,
Because some of the American sites, they have massive super chats. Some of these guys have had massive.
I mean, you've had your share of big super chats.
Do you think that'll disappear? What do you think yourself?
Well, I mean, there in the early days, I remember that they weren't getting charged sales tax, but now when I make a super chat, you have to pay sales tax, and I think that the earnings are getting scrutinized for taxes as well.
Well, any earnings from YouTube is taxable. It's like any income. Yeah. That's a given. There's nothing different about that.
Yeah.
But
have you thought of doing? So I had an idea that I floated with Tan.
Sure.
Tan pointed out, probably correctly, that it's probably not allowed on YouTube directly. But
yeah,
what about kind of engaging the community and having a contest or something where people would buy raffle tickets or make super chats or make donations, and then they could be entered into a draw.
Oh, I see. Then you get lottery laws. See, ooh, nasty.
Well, but imagine if you could win a prize like a watch, like a Tudor. That'd be a very big prize.
There was somebody who was doing that in England. You can sort of, there was a grey. There is a grey line to that, but I've stayed away from that. Stay away. Lottery laws and licenses, because then you've got to run it. You need a permit.
Or you know what you could do is that you could set up a Patreon and have a draw, not related to buying tickets, just for Patreon supporters, of being able to win a monthly giveaway. That could reboot the Patreon, reinvigorate some interest. Maybe make the threshold at like $25 a month level, and then once they're there, they can be they could win a prize, and maybe you could do the review, and then after you're done the review, you could give away the watch. I don't know.
Interesting. It is interesting. Phew, I don't know what to say. Okay. Yeah, it's an amazing concept. Why do you think people like to come on the streams and chat? What do you think it is? What is it? What is it?
I think it depends on. Well, I mean, first of all, I mostly just know about the old timers, me, Tan, Rancher, Goldberg, and the other, and the ones who were even coming on before I did.
Sure.
But I think, you know, there is kind of a community connection there, I think, for some. And I think for others, I mean, obviously we can't ignore the fact some are just coming on to kind of ride in your coattails until they build up enough of a following to go out,
sure,
and, stab you in the back.
Sure.
But
Do you think that's nasty? What do you think of that? Is that nasty or is that human?
I think that it's inevitable. It's inevitable on YouTube. I think people, and I think that part of it is that people just want to see themselves in the show. I mean, that's probably, if I'm to be totally honest, that's probably why I came on in the first place, is that I watched the show and I wanted to see myself in the show. I think that people can maybe develop some different motives after they make that initial entry, but yeah, I mean, I think most people have fairly benign kind of motivations. There are some who are probably more parasitic, but yeah, we all know who they are, and we don't need to talk about them.
Yeah, it's it is tricky. It is a really tricky thing, and I don't know. I don't understand it. I look at my work and think, shit, do people really like these live streams? I can't believe it. They like them so much.
I think part of it is that I mean, if I can be blunt, is that
sure.
In many ways, when money comes in, you kind of accept it shamelessly and are willing to entertain the crowd. And I think that that's not something that everyone else is able to do. And I think it demonstrates a level of humility that you are appreciative of the the financial support.
See, I did actually. I don't know if you saw the shower scene, right?
Yeah,
but the
I know I skipped. I intentionally
swinging kangaroo paid me a lot of money to do that, and I thought, you know what? Let's bring him some joy.
Yeah,
let's bring him.
That's what I think people want, and I think that's one of the reasons why the super chat system was created and why it's successful, is that people can influence the direction of what they're watching, which is something that you don't really get in most forms of entertainment. Most of the time you're just a passenger watching, but with this medium and this format, you can actually influence the direction of what you're seeing, which is great.
That's a fair point. That it's it is a tricky thing. That it is tricky. It is tricky. Do you mind if I just take a quick toilet break? I just came back from the city. Would you like me to put some cheesy 1960s music on for you?
Or I could just
I could have 5-minute classical music, or you can have cheesy. I've got a few selections here. We got a 2-minute 53 Riviera Playboy. I love that, 1950s. Or we got classical music for 5 minutes. What would you like, sir?
I think I can just handle
Just
the
post.
chats.
Okay.
Oh, it's classical music. Okay, let's do it.
Classical music. Okay, we'll bring it on. I'll be back. And I'm back again. Hello, Virgin Tingler. Mr. Tingler, Mr. Tingler, Mr. Tingler. Do you ever have anxiety problems?
Like in general or about specific things? I mean,
no, just in general. I'm finding since the burglary, I'm having some anxiety problems.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's a natural reaction. I think what you need is Well, maybe you should talk to Ron the Shrink.
Mm.
And also, I think, obviously,
The Undertaker wants to come on. He's welcome to come on, isn't he?
Oh yeah, of course.
Undertaker, please, please, please. I'm so rude. I didn't.
By
invite
Undertaker, you don't mean Suckhorn, do you?
No. This is the Undertaker.
Well, Suckerhorn and I had a good chat a couple years ago. It was he's a great guy, John is a great guy.
Yes.
And he's a very, what the thing is about you, Arch, is that you put on this, you proudly declare that you are this lower middle class, poorly educated Trump supporter, bogan, what have you. But the people who you surround yourself with are not in all cases, but in many cases are very interesting people who actually do come from a wide range of backgrounds, and I think it's a skill that you have, that you can
sort the wheat from the chaff.
Bring all these people together. When I was telling Bear and Tan and others that if I really think about it, the number of, because I've met all of them. I've met Rancher, I've met a dog trainer, I've met Tan, I've met GJ, your friend in Singapore, I've met some of your friends in the UK, I've met Jack. I've met so many people through my involvement, my presence in this environment. And in a way, if you've met that many people, it kind of changes your life. And I mean, it maybe sounds like a very idealistic thing to say, but it's true. So, I think you deserve a lot of credit for that.
I see what you're saying. I just kind of worry that this whole YouTube thing could end tomorrow.
So what would you do if YouTube ended tomorrow? There was YouTube shut down completely. What would you do?
Yeah. How many car payments can I make before they take the car away? Could I ask you that?
Well, maybe you could go
check that out
to something a little bit more affordable.
Yeah. Okay. That's not really answering the question, but okay.
I'm not too familiar with how many car payments you can fail to make before they take your car, but yeah, that's the thing. I hate that. I mean, I guess maybe it's because I'm not really a car person. I mean, I do appreciate certain, like I've told you about my love for the 2002 and others. But it's when I hear people talking about making $2,000 a month payments, $2,500 a month payments on cars.
Fuck. What sort of cars are these? What are they fucking hiring?
If you finance like a $100,000 car, it'll be about $2,000 a month. And it's, to me, the idea is just sick. I mean, I went in November and December. I drove my car for the 2 months combined. I drove my car once, maybe twice. In January, so far this month, I've driven my car twice. So I'm like, why? For my lifestyle and for what David
N says 3 payments. Yes, that's what I thought too, David N. That's pretty well the 90-day rule, and I think the house payments are similar. 93 payments. That's when they start to talk to you about selling or contacting a realtor.
Yeah. Is that
I think that's
I don't know, Arch. What do you think? Should I guess plant a flag here? and just kind of stay, because the my the asset that I cherish the most is not having an anchor, either an emotional anchor or, you know, actual commitment anchors. And
Okay.
I enjoy that, but you know, isn't there a time where that has to end? You have to decide if this is where I want to be.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
It's whatever you enjoy yourself. See, it's not the physical home or car that makes you feel welcome. It's the sense of community and friendships. You could be in Anchorage, Alaska, and have that feeling.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? It's not necessarily the physical location that makes the difference. The sense of community and friends and friendships isn't necessarily dependent on the house or the apartment you live in.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a word for that in Dutch. It's gezeli, and I think in most Germanic languages they have like a similar word. But it's like, you know, sense of, it's hard to translate, but it kind of encapsulates what you're trying to describe.
Yeah. I think for yourself there, you've got to be grateful for many wonderful things you have.
Well, you know, the thing is that, you know, Bear was talking about the Up in the Air film, which is a good popcorn film. Not not
It's
maybe not the best like quality film ever made, but it's good for like a popcorn flick.
Have you got your name on a plane?
Well,
I would like my name on a plane, wouldn't you?
Not yet. But
wouldn't that
you
be
know,
so fucking cool to have your name on a
That would
commercial
be.
jet? You know who did achieve that, don't you?
Well, I know one guy who did.
David Cassidy had his name on a plane as
No.
well. I'm a huge.
There's a guy called Tom Stuker in the US who's flown over 20 million miles on United, and I was there at the United Club when he had his 10 million mile celebration, and we thought there's no ways. I mean, nobody thought at that point he could get to 20 million, but he did. But he got his name on a 747, I think. But you know, the thing is that, you know, when I watch that film, I feel like you're not supposed to want to be like him, and I don't. But in a way, kind of, you can. It's easy to become accustomed to lifestyle where your real home is in between places rather than a place itself. Which is, I increasingly feel is kind of sick. But yeah.
I know what you're saying, but I don't think I would actually. You're not married, are you?
No.
Are you in a relationship?
No.
What's the fucking problem then? Enjoy yourself. What makes you happy?
Well, is that normal?
Let me tell you something. I was talking to a friend of mine who's considerably poorer than me. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you don't realize how lucky you are. In my case, yeah, I got a house with my wife and an investment unit. There's also a big mortgage on the investment unit, and there's a mortgage on the house. And if I got divorced, I wouldn't get 50-50. It'd be 35-65, okay? And I got to keep repairs and maintenance and things going there. They don't stop. I got to pay my taxes. I got to pay car payments, all this sort of shit. Whereas he's a free agent. He may not own See, I don't know if I really own this shit. Like, I thought I owned these watches until the burglars thought otherwise.
Very true.
You know, what do we fucking own?
Well, I have seen a lot of criticism over. There was a thing that I think came out of Davos a few years ago that was very poorly worded, but it was something along the lines of "You will own nothing and you'll be happy."
There was an Can I tell you something? I'll tell you an interesting story, which I've actually read this a number of times. Okay. Yeah. And let me just grab it. Let me just grab it. 1 minute. Fuck.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can see now the full glory of the Australian water buffalo in the wild.
This was a story which was on Medium. Okay. Family pics. And it tells the story. I can relate to this because in my own life, I've had ups and downs. Ups and downs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this story here, 2 years ago. Okay, so basically what happened is he committed suicide at 46. Okay. And okay. But the thing I find really interesting about this guy, and she's a bit of a left-wing Democrat, but if you really look into the nitty-gritty of it, she married this guy, right? I'll tell you what happened, okay? Because he was a high flyer, right? So let me just tell you. They got married. In 2000, right? Now, in 2000, I was going through some really tough financial times. Okay. But in 2000, I was in his small BMW, which we'd bought in 2000 before we had our first son, and I parked next. So he had a BMW that would be E46. Okay.
E46.
E46.
My favorite. That was my first car was an E46.
Stud Muffin, $5. Remind Jim of good times. Pull up the email. I will pull that up. I just want to finish this story. Anyhow, what happened was, so this guy was a finance guy. They got married. So can you imagine it? She's marrying this guy. He's a finance guy. Early 2000s, brand new E46 BMW. He's winner chicken dinner, isn't he, or not? Tell me, Jin.
Yeah. Well,
is he a winner?
I think you need to give more context before we evaluate whether he's a winner or not.
But what happened was, okay, so he worked in finance, you know, the financial services area, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I find. So we've got Curly can come on himself if he wants. Hello, Curly. How are you?
Archie, listen, Archie, I'm toast. I'm ending the dungeon. Do you want to link the two shows? I got 70-something people. Link the dungeon audience to you.
Sure, whack it. You can do that. Do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do it, Archie. JL usually does it, but he's sleeping.
No, that's okay. That's okay. How is he going?
It's going good. We ran a little longer than we thought, but Bear came on and kept me company, and we had a good show.
He's a good guy, that Bear. You know.
Yes, he is.
Really.
He is. Hi, Jen. How are you?
Hey,
Okay,
how's it going?
this is a bit tricky. So don't you like this, Jin? I'm in the middle of a story. I got to do something technical, which is okay. I can do it. Just let me do it. Let me do it. I'm logging in. Let me do this now. I will do it, and I will do it proudly because
no hurry, no hurry, no hurry.
I'm just doing it now. So I'm gonna go to.
JJ mentioned to me, hey, Archie's on the live stream with you, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no,
Let me get over there. I had
he
no
decided.
clue,
Yeah, no. Jin just wanted a. Jin wanted a little
beautiful.
bit of a
There you
thing.
go. That's a nice super chat.
Thank you so much. Just calling it up now. There we go. Okay, I can see. Oh, I can see that's the one you're running now.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. So just edit this one. Okay. Doing that now. Okay. Okay. And now I'm going into the other one. I'm going to add this one now.
Sorry for interrupting, Jen.
No
interruption.
Nothing to apologize for. I'm going on the ArchieLuxury live stream. By the way, I don't know if you noticed the graphic I've used. That graphic is a graphic from one of my favorite TV shows called Capital City. Okay. Okay, that's done. It's done now. Okay, send them over. Thank you so much.
Have a great night, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much there, Vintigny. $50 there, raising money for the KL trip. We need Archie Eats reviewing the best spots. So anyhow, what happened in this thing here was, right, he was a finance guy, right? And what happened is, let me find this. Okay. We lost our home to foreclosure along with so many people across the country after the financial crisis in 2008. A year before that, I went out one morning to drive the kids to school and my Suburban was missing from our driveway, repossessed for delinquent repayments. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he lost the house. Then she came to him. Let me read this to you. Our marriage had become strained under the stress of yet another job loss. At least the ninth in 18 years of marriage. While polite, we were nearing a breaking point. My queries about a plan B, what do we do next, were dismissed. It's under control was his common refrain. So this is a guy, went to uni, got a hot job in finance, financial services, whatever. Had the BMW, fancy wedding, da-da-da-da-da. I underestimated him. I underestimated his desperation. I underestimated our debt to the IRS. This is what happened to him, right?
Yeah.
The only way out was to top himself. And
have you
the reason I say that is because you read this story and you think, fuck, he was doing so well. He had the E46. He was winner chicken dinner. And then it just all fucking started to turn to shit.
But
do you see what I mean?
That can happen to anyone.
That can happen to anyone.
Well, Arch, when you look back on your life,
yes, sir.
Hasn't all been rosy, but
hasn't all been rosy. Fucking hell, that's an understatement.
Well, but
fucking hell,
when you were like a young man, like a really
fucking hell.
Like,
Speaking, hello, JJ.
Super chat now. Hello, Jen. Hello, Arch. How are you?
I was just telling Jen a story. This was on Medium. See that guy in the photo with his family?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
committed suicide. He committed suicide. Okay.
Oh, terrible. This is a friend of yours?
No, this story has really shaken me. I'll tell you why. Because he was similar age to me. He killed himself when he was 46 in 2018. He had 3 beautiful children, 3 boys. He killed himself because things got out of hand. Do you understand?
Not enough super chats.
I underestimated him. I underestimated his desperation. I underestimated our debt to the IRS. I underestimated so many points. She goes on to say here the financial trouble they were in. He was doing Uber, but he never wanted to tell the kids that. He said, look, I'm just doing consultancy. He couldn't. The thing is, what I'm trying to say is in life, it doesn't always go to. I look at this photo and it just makes me so sad because I could see he had everything.
You don't have to feel sad. I mean, you look back at your the early days of your adult life. You know, you had your computer business. You were thriving for especially considering the age that you were. And yeah, it went pear-shaped as things do, especially in that industry. But
Yes.
you've picked yourself up. You reinvented yourself. You worked in.
Well, I had a lot of depression. Fuck me, Dad.
Well,
I had a lot of
you're
depression.
here. You're standing, Arch. You're still here, and that's what counts. You reinvented yourself from a computer salesman into an IT guru, very loosely. And you worked at a waste management company. You worked at you became an author of Louis Vuitton collectible books. You became or pamphlets. We'll call them.
You've appeared on Demino 5.
With subscribers and many people who love you and support you and who give you money just for you to be yourself, and because your genuine personality is entertaining to people. So I mean, you're still here, man.
Yeah, you can have depressions, Arch, but if you have passions, that kind of counterbalances it, and you got to keep your passions.
I got to tell you, what I'm trying to say is that before you know it, life can turn around like that. It can turn good, and it can also turn very dark. And what I find upsetting is that we can get trapped very easily. You know what I mean? We can get very, very trapped easily. And I think sometimes in life, it ain't always easy, is it? Hey, it ain't always fucking easy. It ain't always easy.
Being easy isn't the answer either. Being comfortable is not the best way to go through life. It makes you very dull.
Nothing worth doing is easy. You gotta. There is always some struggle.
Look at people who are like come from super wealthy families and never have to work or do anything ever, and never had to really. They have no passions, no anything, and they're just like they have a very dull. Not all of them, obviously, but I'm just saying some have just a very empty life, and they wind up committing suicide themselves because they just hate that. They just have there's no passion there. They have nothing they enjoy.
Yeah.
How happy are you? How good is the high when you get one?
Yeah, I think that'll be a while, actually, JJ.
But I'm just saying, but when you do, how good is the high, right? How good is the feeling when you got your world time or something like that?
You mean the girl-sized, lady-sized one, or
at the
proper
time,
man-sized one?
It was a man-sized when you got it. It converted later on when you became a man.
I love to give you shit. I just love to tease. Yeah. Look,
I think it became girl-sized right around the time where I got the wrong class from my guitar. I think right around that time.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I think for myself, I'm really thinking that, you know what, let's just take it easy. I don't need to rebuild this collection overnight.
No, have fun with it.
The bluesy, I don't know. Do you think the bluesy was stupid to get, or what do you? Is that a pick me up?
I think you got a good deal on it, and I think it's a great one-piece like start. Like, you know what I mean? I know you have 2 other watches, but it's a good place to start. I think that could be a one-piece collection. I don't know, Jim.
I'm thinking about telling the guy just to ditch the Explorer 2. What do you think?
I think he should give you a little money back. I think you would be overpaying at that point. Tell him to send you like $2,000, and you could keep it.
Oh yeah, no. I'll get him to. I got a dealer friend who'll flick it, and I'll get whatever. He's not going to rip me off. It's fine.
So, yeah, I mean, your previous collection, you described it as a lifetime achievement award. Maybe some would describe it as a lifetime misachievement award, but you know, it was what it was, and so you have a lifetime to build it back. You know, these are not things that you get overnight. And the good thing is that you've since the incident, you've had a lot of support from the community, from your friends.
Yeah.
And you know, people are rooting for you.
Arch, you know how many people want a blue BMW and a bluesy driving down the road screaming, "Fuck you, get out of my way"? They would love that. How could you be upset with that? Just, you know?
They can have the payment if they like it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's got to hurt, right? Isn't that rule number 1? It's got to hurt.
It's got to hurt.
Yes, yes, that's very true, JJ. I remember in the video, one of my favorite videos, an iconic Archie video, the Nomos video, where you said, if it doesn't hurt, it ain't fucking real. And it's one of the first things I ever said on the channel, but it's so true. You know, if the wife doesn't get pissed off because you bought it, it's not a luxury watch.
Good point. Very, very good point. It's yeah, I gotta be honest with you.
Arch, you want to hear a crazy story?
Please.
My friend sent me an article today, right? I'm going to see if I can just pull it up because I want to make sure I get this right. Oops, sorry about that. Let me see here. This one. This guy, I don't know how it happened. I just want to set up the right stage, but he his wife, right, nursed him, the cheating husband, back to health from severe brain trauma. The guy was in a full body cast. I think he got into a bad car accident, right?
Yes.
So he was cheating on his wife, whatever, and she took care of him the whole time. He was all messed up in the thing. When he gets back, nursed back to health, he cheats on her again. He cheats on her again. How fucked up is that? How do you think she feels?
Oh, that's bad, JJ.
Imagine that. You cheat on your wife. She takes care of you anyway after your big injury, and then you cheat on her again.
There was all these women all over.
Crazy. My friend sent me the article before. If you want, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please do. Please send me the link on WhatsApp there, please. I want to see that horror story. I would like to see that horror story.
Yeah, we need some good stories, Arch. What about a nice trip?
Actually,
what's going on with this trip? What's the story?
I might look.
How much do the viewers need to raise to get you on a trip? I mean, KL's not an expensive place to stay, or even to go from Australia.
Yeah, it'd probably be about $4,000. But look,
$4,000. What are you doing? Or how long are you going to be there?
The air flight is over $1,000. Accommodation is $1,000 for a week.
Okay,
$2,000 bucks. $2,000. Look, it's. I got to be honest with you. Look, I'll be honest with you. Okay, you know what, man? I think myself, it's. I could just go to Asian restaurants here and it would be just as same. What do you think?
No, if the viewers send you on an adventure, that'll be fun. It'll be good for your spirits. Make Ross Rachel Brady fly out.
And maybe you don't even need to stay at a $100, $150 a night hotel. You could stay in KL. You could stay at a hotel, and the viewers would actually appreciate the reviews that you do from the
streaming channel. Happy Friday night. I'm having a coffee, and Bugsy
classic
Malone, Adamus,
classic Archie.
Misan, Adamus, Rich Buddy, Thomas Burnett. Hey, they're all here. Hello, fuckers. So it's all good. It's all very good indeed. Guys, I've just flown back from Sydney.
2019.
And I'm here to do
Fuck me dead. I can't believe that. 2019. Fuck, you know what, JJ? I want a time machine. Do you want a time machine?
I would love to go back to 2019. Are you kidding me? Knowing what I know now?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. We'd all be partying, and where do you want to go? I'd be treating.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
Actually, his wife was pretty hot as well. She was pretty hot.
Yeah, I didn't get to read the whole thing, but I got the basic thing of it. I just got it a little while ago.
Far out. So, you know what there? It is pretty vicious. JJ, tell me, what time is it in New York now?
Oh, it's almost sleep time. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Fuck, you're not tired?
Not yet. Soon.
It's okay.
I was out. I was out. I was out. I got back late, so my energy level is still a little.
Either
hot.
way, I told my dad I can't stand his new girlfriend.
Yeah, you told me that. How's that working out?
I don't know. Not so good.
Yeah,
I said to him,
usually doesn't work out too well when you do that.
I just said, look, I just want to tell you, I think she's nosy and opinionated, and I just can't stand her.
Do you think she's trying to get his cash?
No, she's just, I don't know. I just don't see much to like. That's all. Strider, hello, Strider. How are you?
G'day, Arch. Go, guys.
Hey,
What's
Strider.
going on? This is loser talk, Arch.
You like the story or not? But what I'm trying to tell you with the story is, Vintigny, you look at that guy. He did all the right things. He got married. He had the 3 kids. He sold the BMW. He had the Suburban. But Vintigny, do you understand something? At the end of the day, she put unnecessary pressure on him. Do you understand that? She put unnecessary pressure, and he couldn't handle it.
Well, I don't. I do understand, which is why I don't. I'm not in that type of situation.
Sad story, Arch. Oh no, that is sad. Arch, how much is a BMW repayment 1 month?
$1,029.91.
So you paid $80,000 for that?
It had a retail price. It was 91, but because it was a demonstrator, it was 81.
What's it
And
worth
80
now?
This train will stop at
low 60s.
Can you trade it in? Can you sell it for a Toyota or a Mazda sedan?
Why is that? Can I ask you why you asked this question? I want to ask why.
Because a BMW is bad debt. It's you could get a luxury Mazda 6 for 50 grand, free up some cash. You know,
No, but you don't understand. They're going to give me. No, hang on a minute, okay? It's a lease.
What would Dave Ramsey say? What would Dave Ramsey say to you right now if you owned a $90,000 BMW with no money to afford Thailand?
No, but I owe. I can tell you. Do you want to know what I owe on that car now? Do you want me to give you a lease figure payout now? I'll give you a lease figure. Okay. You want a lease figure there, Vintigny?
Sure.
It sounds like you're buying it. It's like it's $80,000 to lease that car.
No, 80,000 is what the price is if you want it. That's what the lease is. So basically, you got a lease, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the car itself. So I don't understand this. Do you understand? Because it's, balloons. Do you know about balloon, Strider? Do you know what a balloon is?
Like a balloon.
Yeah, I would just never get a car loan, but yeah, a balloon is at the end where you pay like 15 grand. It's just a pure hatred of money, but yeah, do the maths for me.
Pure hatred of money.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You're paying $1,000 a month for how many months?
It's like
60 months.
It's like yeah.
So you're paying
Okay, let's
60
look
months.
at this here. This is
$60,000 to borrow it.
okay. So basically, listen. I borrowed 69,000. I borrowed 60. So basically, the lease is 69,000, right?
But you could have bought it for 81. Why did you just finance it for the other 11 and then keep it at the end?
Sorry, say that again. I don't understand.
If you're paying 69,000 to lease it, and the price.
No. So I put down 11. Okay.
Why did you
No,
put money down on a lease?
I think he bought it.
They wouldn't give me the fucking finance. They wouldn't give me the finance. And what I said to them was,
this is not a lease.
they
This
said, can you put a bit more down? I said, do you take MasterCard and Visa?
Wait a minute. So you own the car at the end of the payments. You own the car.
At the end of the payments, I got a thing called a balloon.
Yeah, so that's
fuck
not,
it
so you
get
own.
rid of it. Trade it in for a Mazda. BMW.
So you're gonna own it at the end. It's not a lease. You financed.
Sorry?
You financed. You didn't lease.
No, it's a lease. You understand?
No,
called
it's not. It's a finance.
It's called
Finance.
full circle.
Circle Jerkinson. What happened?
No, but
Tell me this.
Just get a Mazda 6. A beautiful car. Same thing.
The problem is, it's not going to make any difference because if I got a Mazda 6, the Mazda 6 would be 50 grand. So it's not a good idea.
Hold its value longer.
I agree with LA
Right,
Method.
you-
Sell now or buy a white Camry.
I don't know if that's really going to help my financial problems.
No, you already made the mistake. You don't want to compound the mistake.
No, I think you need to cut your losses and upgrade to a Japanese car. I think you'll make a bit of money.
He already took the loss, I think.
No, just keep the fucking BMW.
Yeah, keep it now.
How many years?
You already lost all the money up front. There's no reason to get rid of it now.
That's right. And it's costing me $1,000 a month. That's not terrible, isn't it?
No, if you're going to own it, I thought you leased it like American lease where you keep it for 3 years and you got to give it back. That's what I'm saying. Why would you pay almost the full car value and then have to give it back at the end of the payments? Doesn't make sense.
No, well, I didn't. All I did was put. I don't understand.
You did it in America. In America, you did a finance. You financed buying the vehicle.
Well, I don't own it at the end. I got a balloon at the end.
Right, but you got to pay the balloon and you own it. But
how long you had the lease for?
12 months.
Get rid of it. Trade it in now. While the value of cars are good now. Still trade it in. Get a better value. It's like trading up a Breitling for a Submariner, going from a BMW to a Mazda. And
yeah,
you're
but
getting a
he's
quality
still
car
responsible for all the
depreciate a lot slower.
Yeah, but he's still responsible for all the money.
At least
So
you're getting a quality car that's going to hold its value. Like it's.
Well, BMW is a quality car that holds its value. He's going to be driving a
BMW.
Camry
German
for the same
cars
price.
drop like a brick. German cars drop like a brick. You buy a German car. Toyota, Mazda, mate. I don't know, in Australia, the German cars are trash, man. Mate, yeah, I don't know.
Stud Muffin, super chat.
Stud Muffin, $2.
High maintenance.
No wonder you can't travel. 11,000 down for a lease. Yeah.
Well,
Madman, $10. He's right, JJ. In Australia, these are called leases, but you're right in USA called finance.
Right.
What up, Art? Streaming now. What this kid didn't realize is swapping leases will cost more, not less. Yeah, that's a very good point.
I mean, Arch, we know you would never be happy
with a Mazda or with a Camry or whatever the fuck, you will only be happy with a BMW or a Mercedes.
BMW, bring me workshop, BMW.
It's fine. I mean, that's part of the ownership.
Experience, the lifestyle choices. You know what scares me is when I need a new.
You pay more for your car than I pay for mine.
But in Australia, okay, that's Aussie dollars. Okay, so let's be honest.
Right.
Okay, so 1,029, that's roughly 700 US a month.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not terrible, is it? 700 a month, terrible or
No,
not?
that's it's a little high, but it's doable. It's a manageable payment. Yeah, it's not like you're paying.
$700 a month.
You're not paying $2,300 a month or something. You know, it's a good. It's good.
You know what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah, you could barely get a car here in the U.S. normal. Like let's say you have a family, and you need like a full size car. You're paying at least $550, at least.
Yeah, you are, aren't you? Hey.
Yeah, and that's not for a BMW. That's for like, a RAV4.
I bought a 3 Series. Well, I mean, I bought my C-Class last year, so I kind of know the payment amounts. If you bought a 3 Series new and you financed it over, let's say, 36 months, the payments would be way over $1,000 a month. I mean, it'd probably be more like $1,300 a month. So at least maybe $1,500 a month.
Look, I don't think the car is that bad. Do you?
Car is nice. You're the one that's just you're complaining about the payment.
Can you add why didn't you add the cost of the car to your home loan? Like I bought my Mazda out of my everyday offset account. You know what I mean?
It's called a HELOC.
Yeah, I would never trade unsecured debt for secure debt.
No, I could get an unsecured. Well, what I did, I just paid cash for my Mazda because I was, so far in advance of my mortgage. I don't know how far advanced Archie is, but yeah.
What I don't actually. I'm. I got some reserves. You fuckers making fun of me. I got reserve. You know what reserves I've got? Can I tell you what reserves I've got?
Anybody who pays more than 50 grand for a car is crazy unless you got like $1 million of cash in the bank plus a house.
Let me tell you something, young boy. You know how much reserve I've got? I got a fridge full of food, and I have got a full tank of gas.
And you're on hand, but you're driving a BMW.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's just look. The reason why guys like Dave Ramsey and Scotty Kilmer are so popular is because they're right on cars and finance.
Dave Ramsey is a bullshit artist. He doesn't do anything he says.
Yeah, but the baby steps, it's genius. And Scotty Kilmer is just always going on about just go Japanese cars. It's so basic. It frees up so much cash.
Dave Ramsey tells you not to use credit cards. Makes no sense. Not to have any.
Well, yeah, I agree with him. He makes a point that with the plastic, you're always spending about 10% more than you would with cash. He does have a point.
Well, you don't have to. I mean, that's what he's doing.
You do feel it like when you spend cash, it hurts more than just tapping the plastic.
Yeah.
But credit is everything in life. That's how you get a mortgage for a house. It's a terrible idea to tell people not to build credit. Yeah. You got to just be responsible, and plus you can get so many bonuses and rewards.
You got to. Yeah, so that's how it sucks you in though, because, and you don't need a credit card to build a credit rating.
It's different in America. America
is, and I think that advice.
Oh, Mr. GMT wants a link, and you got a super chat. Sorry, Jen, didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry. They're Madman. So we did the Madman super chat. Madman is 100. Oh, here we go. $5 Madman, $5 KL Fund. Are you also streaming? Are you streaming later on also, Arch? Why the Arvo stream? Jin rang me and said, "Can you start streaming now? I'll give you $50." That's the reason. That's the reason why.
Oh, Lexus. Yeah, get a Lexus. Yeah.
No. I am streaming later. Sorry, I am streaming later. I will be streaming later. So the thing is, I owe at the moment on the car. I owe $62,202.23. I have made 11 payments, and I got 49 payments remaining. Okay, there you go. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine. You will never be happy with driving some shit Japanese car. I mean, you want something. You want what you want, and just fucking do it.
Yeah.
You're 50, Archie. You're fucking 50. This is your lifetime achievement award.
It's time to have fun, Arch. You never know how long we're going to be here.
Yeah.
You want to go out in that Civic?
Mr. GMT's joining us. Hey, sir.
First of
how
all,
are you?
Mr. GMT can't come on unless he puts his lights on and you put him on the right-hand side. He's got to be on the right-hand side.
Oh, sorry.
There's rules to this.
Yes.
There we go.
And we got Madman, $5. Cheers, Jin. Good to see you back. 100%.
Cheers to you too.
I got to
Can
be
you see me
honest.
now? Did you want my lights on? Is that what you said?
Yes. I hate when you
Oh
have
my
it
God. Why do you want my lights on, bro?
What is your electric bill high? Why is it always off? You got a beautiful studio. Turn it on. Do you think Archie's sitting in the dark? Look how many lights he's got on.
Yeah, but hey.
Yeah, but Archie's a star,
I got
man.
BMW lease problems. I got BMW lease commitments, JJ. The lights are the least of my commitments.
You know what happens? Mr. GMT needs to make a choice. It's either lights on in his Superman studio or lights on at Tip Top Snack Bar. He can't have the both on at the same time.
What's going on, boys? What's happening?
What is that noise?
That's the trains.
Oh, I thought it was just like your microphone.
No, it wasn't me fighting.
I'm
or
gonna
anything.
go, but I'll leave you. That's my 2 cents, Arch. You know what I think about the BMW. Get a Mazda, downgrade, free up some cash flow, and get yourself some more Rolex.
It's not going to free up any money. It's not going to free up any more money because I've already made the commitment.
I think you can sell it for 60 grand.
He's already
and buy a 40
committed,
grand
man.
car.
He's already committed. He's already committed. He's too committed. He's too balls deep, as they say. Balls deep.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Arch?
Arch.
Well,
I've got a question for Arch.
Sure.
Arch, I've been thinking.
Yes, sir.
Do you think? Can you answer this question for me?
Oh, GMT, go to the right. You got to put him on the right, Arch. Bottom right.
He's got a CD.
Got to be on the bottom. There you go.
Yeah, okay. No.
Thank you.
All right. Since the robbery, yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Do you think you have changed as a person? And if yes, why and how?
Oh, it's completely, to be
as a
honest
person,
with you,
the person that you are, you think as a person. I've been thinking about this because no one's ever asked you this question.
No. I'm happy to answer it. It's changed me. It's like this. Let me explain it to you. You know how you have a grenade.
Okay.
Once you pull the pin and the thing explodes, there's no putting that grenade back together.
That's a good way of
like
explaining
that
it.
Lockerbie aircraft. You know when the Lockerbie aircraft smashed, they had the hangar and they put all the bits back together.
Yeah,
It ain't
it's
going to
never the
fly
same.
or do anything anymore. It's never the same. You understand?
It's like even when you
smash-
when you crash a car, it's never the same. After
Exactly. Let me just answer that. I want to answer that. Just let me get Stud Muffin $5. Archie, in 2019, BMWs are a bad investment. Don't go into debt, Archie, in 2023. Buy BMWs and watches so you go into debt.
Can you write them off as like if you feature them in YouTube videos?
No, I can't. My accountant said no. Okay.
I see all these other fuckers. What are they lying? They say how to own a Tesla for $10, and it's like, oh, I make a video on YouTube every month, and
it's not. Well, for starters, okay, I can claim it as business expenses if I use the car for a means to make an income, right? But I can't claim 100% of it. You got to keep a logbook, and I have to justify every trip I go in the logbook. If I drove to a restaurant to do a noodle review, well, then I could claim that trip. So Archie
eats. There you go.
Yeah, then you can do your logbook and you can claim, but you can't claim 100% car usage is just for YouTube. You can 60% would probably be maximum. You can't say 100%.
Yeah, right.
Because I mean,
I know
I've got two cars. I've got two cars, so I am lucky. I can say, well, I do. I use the shitter
for personal. and the
Yeah,
BMW for your business.
Well, but you still can't claim 100%. Okay, but let me say this to you. Okay, let me say this to you, Mr. GMT. I would say, realistically, in some ways I am the same. In some ways I'm shattered. It's probably completely blown up my confidence. Now, I'm just going to tell you this personally. So if there's any trolls there, if you could just fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off, trolls.
The Undertaker, yeah, Mrs. arranged it for my 40th last year, which, by the way, that's what I wanted. But that damn plastic got in my head, and yours looks amazing. Laugh out loud.
Talk
Thank
about
you.
the bluesy.
Yes, that's it. Look. I'll tell you honestly, my confidence has collapsed because. Let me say this to you, Mr. GMT. When I bought the car, I said to myself, you know what? If I run into trouble, I'll sell a few watches and pay the fucking thing out. Right?
Okay.
Now I don't have the fucking watches
You
to
don't
sell.
have the security.
Don't have the security. Now, I probably wouldn't have sold the fucking watches. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But just
you would have figured out another
psychologically-
way to resolve the problem.
But psychologically,
You had peace of mind.
it's fucking painful.
Well, that's the way that I think as well at the moment. See, so if I ever need to sell anything, I've got things to sell to actually get myself out of shit.
He's gonna sell one Superman doll per week to buy two.
Look, I got to tell you, the other thing is, Mr. GMT, I think it's suddenly brought me back to earth. I was a bit cocky before. I was a bit full of myself. Okay, I will tell you this.
How do you think it's brought you down to earth? Like, as in what
Suddenly
way?
I've realized, you know what? You can own these things. Like, I didn't have debt on my watches.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
All
is
of a
good.
sudden, presto, they were being taken. Like, I had security. Okay. What I had was safe, security doors, gates, electric, garage. I had cameras pointing into the courtyard. Okay, they weren't in. You don't actually have cameras in the room normally because you can't have privacy. You know, you don't want to have, when you're fucking someone, you don't want cameras in the room. Okay, that's just not how.
I don't know. I beg to differ, but that's just me.
Okay, but the thing is, I had security. Obviously, Mr. GMT, it wasn't good enough. Okay, I think honestly, nobody really knew my wife was going away that weekend. I think there was trackers. Look, you can't beat professional thieves who want something from you.
Archie did mention it on one of a few of the streams that she was going, didn't you?
I didn't say which weekend, but
You didn't. You are right.
No.
Did you?
But
I can't remember.
the thing is this. Let me say this to you, okay?
You know what they say: woulda, shoulda, coulda. You know, you can't dwell on the past.
Oh no. Look, I'm just trying to get a feeling of what Archie's feeling, how he's feeling at the moment. Like, as in,
To tell you
we've
the
never
truth,
asked him these questions before.
it's absolutely shattered me. Like, I had that reserve. It's like this, you know, the gambler.
Yeah.
He says, you know, in that scene where even if you haven't seen the movie, it's got that movie. He goes, everybody knows if you're up $2.5 million, you buy yourself a house with a 25-year roof, a Japanese eco shitbox, and you've got your fortress of solitude. Now, my fortress of solitude wasn't $1 million. It was 200,000 in watches. Okay, that was my fortress, $250,000 Australian in watches. That was my fortress of solitude.
Yeah.
And I was also going to sell some of those briefcases off. I'd bought them at a good price. Then I was going to start to sell them. They've all fucking were taken. I was buying good examples up to sell them. They're gone. My camera equipment all gone. Just little things. It tears your heart out. I don't think.
It's like someone reached in and just.
I'll be honest
ripped all
with
your
you.
guts out.
First day I discovered it, I actually had a bit of a high when I realized my wife and kids weren't dead.
Yeah.
Then I had constant headache for about 4 to 5 days.
Stress,
Oh, wow.
that is. Stress headache.
Yeah, that's stressed. Yeah.
Then you go through phases where you think, oh, the insurance comes, I'll do this, I'll do that. Okay. I had a lot of things, setbacks. Like I got the safe removed, but he wasn't coming in time. So I had the carpet booked, but I had to get the safe removed first. The safe removal guy was delayed. So therefore I had to delay the carpet until after fucking Christmas. So I'm sitting in carpet, which is paint stained, just little things like that.
We went through the journey with you, so we definitely understand.
Now, basically now I've got new carpet. I'm waiting for my desk back from Sov. Okay, that'll be nice to get my desk back.
Yeah, and that's nice that he did that. That's really nice that he did that.
He's cool. He's cool. He's cool. He's cool. He's just,
No, I won't
stick. He's cool.
No,
But a lot of the furniture is still damaged. Like I haven't replaced it because I've said, you know what? I'll clean the furniture so that it doesn't cause damage to anything I put in the furniture. Because it had baby oil and paint dripping through it, right? So if you put books on it, it's going to damage new stuff. So you want to clean that up, neutralize it so it doesn't cause trouble. And that's what I've done. I've neutralized it. The only fucking problem is I got a new chair. It's uncomfortable. This chair is uncomfortable, whereas the one that was damaged was fucking, I like that. I got to get this other, I got to buy another one because that one's not comfortable.
So you didn't rebuy the exact same comfortable chair, but you're rebuying all your same watches.
I got to get that.
Sorry,
yeah, but
I couldn't resist.
No, that's okay. But look, seriously, I think for me, it's changed my life. It has. It's changed. Like I'll give you an example. Okay. Nothing worried me before. I could go out to lunch. I could take a day off and not be anxious. Now I'm thinking, why aren't I working? Why aren't I bringing money in?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like I took the kids, we went to the beach, and instead of me swimming, I was scared of someone stealing our belongings.
Yeah, he's got that.
I didn't even go in the water until right at the end. And then I was anxious. I want to go home. I got terrible fucking anxiety. Like today, I did the stream in the morning. Okay, actually today what happened is I got professional cameras fitted to the house, okay? They came early, so I had to move the Honda out of the driveway so they could come early. They came in, they installed them, it's all done, beautiful. I was a bit anxious about that because I don't like people in the house. Then I did the stream. Then I had to leave because I got my son. He was at a mass camp. He had a conclusion presentation today, so I had to go there. We went into the city. I took the BMW. I had lunch. I'm anxious. I'm feeling fucking anxious. I feel bad that my wife doesn't have one piece of fucking jewelry left. No wedding ring, no engagement ring, no bracelet, no necklace. To be honest with you, she loved her Cartier stuff I bought. It's all gone. All gone.
You got a member chat from Blondie and a super chat from Toyota Mo.
Okay, let's get the member chat. Could you read that for me, JJ?
She says, Chippy, 1 month, says, chins up.
Thank you. And Toyota Mo, medium legend, $2. Arch, how much was that comfortable chair? Look, the comfortable chair was $85. I bought it from a secondhand chair dealer. Okay. It's made for plus size people. Okay. It's a plus size comfy chair. Okay.
85 Australian? Is this?
Yes. 85 Australian. Okay.
This other one. Get it from? Which shop did you buy from?
Shop called Abso. They sell secondhand office furniture.
So
I like commercial.
That's $60 US, basically.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you this. I used to love going out. You know what I loved about the BMW? Can I tell you honestly? I've realized this. You know what I loved about the BMW? This is what shattered my life. It's not really the BMW or that. I used to love, my wife would dress up in her nice clothes, put her jewelry on, take a nice handbag, would go for lunch after a show. That's all I love the car for. I wanted that trip in the car. That's all I fucking enjoyed the car for, was to take her to lunch or to the mountains, and I was at peace. Now I'm fucking anxious. One, she's got no jewelry to wear, which is okay. She doesn't complain. I go there and I'm anxious. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I'm
It's gonna
also
take
I
time. It's gonna take
I
time.
used to pay Timmy or whatever. I never used to work as much as like now I do 3 hours stream. I do a 3-hour stream every day. I used to take some days off. I don't give a fuck. I had watches. I don't care. Now I'm thinking, holy fuck. I got to
Check your
pay.
Now you're doing a night stream as well.
Check your PayPal.
Thank you, sir. Let's check my PayPal. All I'm not trying to say anything is wrong here because I got a lot to be fucking grateful for. I'll be honest with you. I got a lot to be grateful for. But, you know, the thing is, holy shit there. $80. Who sent this?
Don't read the names. Don't dox anybody.
No, I'm not going to dox anyone.
And not unless it's a name that's on the show, like their show name.
That was from me anyway. Buy yourself,
thanks,
buy yourself a
JJ.
comfortable chair.
JJ, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Look, all I'm trying. Look,
Wait a minute, are you
not-
going to buy the comfortable chair?
Yes, I am. I'm going to go and buy it next week. Okay?
GMT, imagine all this bullshit. That
Well, look, you got me as a witness and half of the people in the chat, so
we're
who's
gonna
paying
check.
attention?
We're gonna check you. No, I'm only messing around. Do whatever you want with it, Arch. But I recommend
it's okay, man. It's okay, man. It's okay, man. And we got Mohammed sent me some more money. I might get a really. I might.
You
Look,
might have a couple chairs.
timely behavior. Hello, timely.
Oh, there
Hey,
he
guys.
is. You're trying to call me
Hey.
sorry, brother.
Toyota Mo. That's not Muhammad Ali. It was Toyota Mo sent you that.
Hey, what happened to Roden? Is Roden still there?
Wait, hold on. Toyota Mo.
Yeah,
sent you
you know,
PayPal.
hey Arch, I'm still here. I actually got to run. I see that you've got a full panel, which is great.
No
to
worries
see.
there. Thank
I
you
gotta
so
go,
much. You get some
back to
sleep,
work.
my friend.
Yeah.
You get some sleep. I got to tell you something.
Take care, brother.
JJ, sorry, Mr. GMT. How do I, sometimes I wake up really angry. Like the worst thing is I wake up. Here we go. Mad man, $10. You've been through a lot, Arch. Most of us couldn't even imagine what you've gone through. I'm still working on it, by the way. Waiting on an update. We love you, man. Your backup is us. Chin up.
That's
mate.
true.
Thank
Now,
you.
come on. We got to
He's a
give
good
Toyota
man.
Mo
He's a
a
good
proper
man.
thank you for his PayPal donation.
Toyota Mo. Thank you so much, man. That is so fucking nice of you. I just want to say something to you. Okay? I
Let me
want to
tell
say
you,
something.
Mo's one of the best guys in this community, just so you know.
100%.
He's
the
one
way.
of the most generous guys out there. And I'm not talking just money, but anything. If you say, I'm trying to find this, I'm looking for that, he's always got your back, always trying to help you.
Always. He looks after his friends, man. He really does.
Anyway, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I got to be honest with you.
You got another super chat, by the way.
Toyota Mo. Here we go. Toyota Mo, $2. Check your PayPal. Thank you. Toyota Mo, you are a legend. And I really, really do appreciate yourself there. That's very kind of you. Let me say this. Look, I'm actually I got to come through this. I am trying. I'll tell you honestly, maybe I was too fucking cocky. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you get a bit cocky.
Do you know what
I'll be
I've
honest.
seen?
What's that? Tell me.
You've become more humble.
Yes.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. I think humble is good. Humble is good.
I think so.
I've realized something that these things you think you have them forever, but they're not yours really. Like they're not ours when we die, but I thought I would have them until my 70s, 80s, 90s, or however
we
long
just
that.
caretake them. We just look after them for a bit.
You know what I mean? It's just so hard.
That's
But
why it's so important to wear them too.
But that's why I had them at fucking home. You understand? Because I used to play with them all the time at times. I had them at home at times, time in the bank. Let me say this to you, okay? At the end of the day, I got to be grateful that no one was hurt. Do you understand? I think realistically, Mr. GMT, I probably won't get a collection as big as before. Okay? I don't even know if I will get a Patek back. Now I'm not bitching. Oh, he can't get a Patek. What I'm saying is, you know what? if I can get that reverso.
Yep.
By the way, I don't know if you know this. I gave him that strap timely because I thought, what
Yes,
the
and
fuck?
he was grateful. Yeah, was
It's not
so
the right-
proud. He was so honored.
Not the right size. I thought, what the fuck can I do with this? I don't want to sell it on eBay. I just thought, give it to fucking.
Pay it forward, Arch. That's the way to do it.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Pay it forward. Pay it forward.
He was
he
so
loves
grateful.
it because it's so fucking expensive. But let me
And
say
don't
this.
forget, people actually get, it's like not every day ArchieLuxury gives away an item. So when you get one, it's like someone really appreciates that. You know what I mean?
And that's
It's
what
not
Timely said.
just-
Timely said that too.
Yeah, it's not just a watch strap. You know what I mean?
What upsets me most is the fact that that's money that I can't help my kids with. You know what I mean? Like I could have helped them get a car later on, or my other sons aren't doing so well. I could have used that money to do good things with them, which I don't
You
have.
torture yourself thinking that way, Archie. You torture yourself thinking that way.
Yeah, you do.
Everything I could have done right that I didn't do right in my life. Although it's or you're not even do right, but like circumstance happens. Things happen.
But you're quite lucky, man,
Yes.
because you got an awesome family. Your wife sounds like, I've never met her, but she sounds sensational. Honestly.
No, she's.
She brings you food to the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say today, how lucky were you? You're getting like room service. Hiromi's bringing you your coffee and all sorts of stuff to the.
The
you
only
got
thing my
lunch
wife
brought
brings
to
me
you.
is a smack in the back of the head. That's about it. That's what she brings me.
Just hang on one tick. I just got to say something. She's just walking out for a minute.
No worries, my man.
The insurance guy's there. Every day is the insurance guy, right? They call him daily. Hey, Arch, it's the insurance guy again. You told me to call around this time.
They know each other. They know each other by first name now. They're swapping family stories now.
Like, hey, do me a favor. Call me about 30 minutes into my stream so I can get a break for a little while.
What is he doing a stream now anyway? What's going on?
I think Jen paid him $50 to do the stream.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It worked out well. Toyota Mo bought him a chair. I bought him a chair.
Yeah, man.
Super chats. You got 50 from Jen. Discount says you still have your health, Arch. You guys are fucking.
Here he is. He's back.
I got to tell you something. Actually, I got to take my son something.
Jen paid 100. He said. Sorry, what were you saying, Arch?
Yes, he did. He did pay 100. I just got to take my son. My son's staying at he's got to see his girlfriend. This is my good son who really, he was at the mass camp. I got to tell you something. You know what, Mr. GMT? It makes me realize something. I don't think I'd ever fucking realized this before, but friends and family is more important than fucking material garbage. Well, it's not garbage, but
it's not garbage, but it's material goods. Just say that.
Material goods come and go. You can get them again, right? But to have that relationship with the right people and have that support, that's a different thing. Come on,
that's hard to find. Believe me, Archie, it's hard to find.
My wife was going to take him over to his girlfriend's place, and I said, "Look, I'll drive him. Give me 10 minutes. I'll spend 10 more minutes here. I'd like to take him because he's a lovely boy. I love my son so much." And
I leave streams to do things for my boys. My family comes first, mate.
Yeah,
I love my son. I love my son so much. The other two have. I'll be honest with you, it's not good. Okay, that makes me anxious too.
Yeah, you would because they're your kids, Arch.
Yeah, I can't fucking walk away. I can't walk away. They've done so many fucking stupid. This is the eldest two. The younger two. So of the younger two, the elder one, he's the maths genius. The other one, he's not academic, but he loves bees. He has the bees. He loves going to the gym. He's very much into fitness, and he also loves. He's doing tech next year. He's doing year 11, and he's going to TAFE to start a construction certificate.
Yeah, nice.
He's fucking lovely boy.
Out of those two, the oldest one, he's like more the academic brainy type.
Yeah,
the other one's
yeah.
more
But
the
I got to
hands-on
tell you,
type.
the sad thing is the other two. They could have had so much if they stayed away from drugs. Okay, that's all it is. You don't need to be academic. I wasn't fucking great academic. I was okay.
Don't sell yourself short. You're pretty switched on, my man.
No, my mother
pretty
died when
switched
I was
on.
in year 11, and I couldn't give a fuck. I just went through. But I started my computer business, so that was more kind of my thing. But I got to tell you, seriously, it's changed me. You know what? You got to move on from this. The stuff that's stolen, it's stolen, right? It hurts me when I see
You've got
that my
your friend
wife,
in the chat, Perpetual Time.
Perpetual
Alex.
Time. He's a great guy.
He's a
When
great
you
guy.
give
Yeah,
someone
cool.
your time, we actually give a portion of our life that we will never take back. That's a very true point. I got to
Good
tell you
man.
something.
Yes, my man.
I got to tell you, it's
Of course, he quoted a Greek, but go ahead.
no worry.
Hey, what can you say?
You know what? I'm gonna go out, take my son for a nice drive. That would be fucking nice.
Oh, you feel
Enjoy
better
driving
too.
the Beamer.
Yeah.
Go enjoy yourself. Get out of the studio for a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
Now,
Life
you guys
is not all
turn it
about
off.
sitting
You
on
guys
here
can
for.
turn it off. Can you turn it off? When the stream-
Timely can, but if you want to turn it off now, I don't know how long this time has got.
I'm running on my phone at the moment, and I'm on a break
Okay.
at work, so
No,
I
that's okay.
can't really
It's okay.
turn it off.
We'll turn it off in 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. We're ready. We'll turn it off then. It'll be
I gotta go
2 hour.
to sleep. I gotta go to sleep
Yeah.
soon anyway. It's
Yeah,
after
yeah,
3 a.m. here, Arch. You know.
Yeah, no,
I get paid
no.
time and a half for this shit. You
It's
know?
okay. Look, I got to tell you, seriously, I'm actually. You know what I'm thinking of doing?
Okay.
I almost wanted to say, how about I just have a one watch for a while? I was actually fucking thinking of just saying, that's it. Which one do I really fucking want?
Keep
But
the
You know what
then-
you
movie.
need? Because you're going to
What's
get bored. You know what you need? Maybe 3
No.
or 4. That's it. Nothing more than that.
3 or 4.
And 3 or
Low
4.
tier tactical $10. Good to see you tonight. I tell you honestly,
There you go.
I think for me,
Thank you for your super chat.
I
Yes.
think you're right. 3 or 4 is probably just that's enough. That's enough. You know what I mean?
The reverso is to replace the other one. Sentimentality, I get it. It's
Yeah.
great and you love it, right? You got the two-tone bluesy because that's a nice, sexy fuck-off piece. And then you get another 2 that you really, really, really absolutely
Well, I've got the
want.
Speedy. The Speedy was given to me
That's
by
right.
people in the. You can't
That's
sell
right.
that. That's fucking.
No,
And then-
you cannot sell that. I got a Tissa here from a good friend of mine. I would never sell that ever.
So
and maybe
one
the
more
Explorer back. Maybe the
fuck-off
Explorer
piece.
back. My friend's going to hold that, okay?
Oh, that's awesome if you can get that.
Because I told you I couldn't afford these things. Contrary to what everyone thinks, these things are fucking dear.
Yeah.
I was thinking you'd get rid of the Explorer.
No. The Explorer. I gave that as security because I didn't have the
Security,
money. You
All right,
understand?
So let's think about it for a second, okay? So you got a
Yeah.
travel watch, you got a GMT, right?
Yep.
If you get
Yep.
it back, Explorer 2, you got a sexy steel sports with
Chronograph.
precious metal, right?
Yep.
You've got the Speedy as the chronograph, and you got
Yep.
the JLC as a fuck off dress watch.
That's enough, isn't it?
You've covered all your bases.
That's fantastic.
But you know what it is? I think Arch needs to. Here's my only thing, and I think those are beautiful 4-piece. You're right. You
Yeah.
need 3 in a dress, but I know
Yeah.
Arch needs a Calatrava. He
No,
needs.
but
that.
eventually,
Yes.
I don't need it today. But I don't need it today.
He's just saying
Right,
for
but
now.
I'm just saying, like you would wind up
No. Down
instead
the
of
track.
buying the Reverso, I would just wait a little longer and get a like a Calatrava in rose gold.
The
You'll
Reverso
have
is
2
so cheap.
steel.
The Reverso is so cheap. It's a third of the price of a Calatrava.
Let me
Right.
put it to you this way: of how much that you're the pontiff and whatever, right? So it's taken me probably 3 or 4 years to get what I got at the moment, pushing for an Explorer or an Air King. Yeah, you
Yes.
got pinched, and in 3 months you got a fucking a massive fuck off collection better than one.
Wow. No, but hang on. Let's not. I haven't paid for the Reverso. That's an option. Okay.
All right, fair enough. But
Well, that's what I'm saying. He
And-
hasn't paid for it yet, so maybe you could just continue to save till you're ready to get a Calatrava instead of putting
Yeah.
another.
That's
pump
another
in the
option.
middle.
That's another option. What
Yeah.
JJ's saying.
Look, you know what?
It's true.
It's okay. I feel happy that. Could you imagine if you lost your health? That's the worst thing you could
That's
have.
the worst.
Okay. Material baubles.
I went and got my prostate checked today, by the way, Arch.
How was that?
Yeah, it worked out. I have got no problems, so it's good.
Okay. What made you want to do that? Just
I
your
felt a
age?
bit uncomfortable down there, so I wanted to get checked out just to, you know, just to be, because you get to that age, you know what I mean?
How old are you?
48 this year.
Fuck, I might need to do the same thing.
You know what happened? Did you hear the story?
What's that?
GMT went into the office. He said, you know, I want to get my prostate checked. The doctor said, all right. He said he put on a pair of rubber gloves, right? So he slaps them on. Whoosh, whoosh. Said, all right, turn around and bend over. Pull your pants down. Drop them. Says, okay. He drops his pants. The doctor puts his hand on GMT's left shoulder, you know. He says, all right, are you ready for the exam? Mr. GMT said, yeah, I'm ready. The doctor put his other hand on his other shoulder, and he gave him the test.
Guys, I got to shoot off. I'm going to end this stream now, and we will be back. I'll be back in 2.5
Bye-bye.
hours' time. Love you so
Stay
much.
sexy, guys. Where you watching? See you soon.
Later, guys.
See you guys.